playing now, in particular, just running his fingers up and down like he was practicing. Well, after a bit, a lot of chaps came in carrying fiddles, and then they brought in the Messiah. Well, I think that's what I took it to be. It were the biggest instrument on the platform, and it were covered in a big green bag. Any road, they took the bag off, and a bloke rubbed its belly with a stick, and you should have heard the noise it groaned. It were somewhat like a dying cow. I was just thinking on going when a little chap came on, all dolled up in a white waistcoat, and with a flower in his buttonhole, and everything went dead quiet. You could have heard a pin drop. He had a stick in his hand, and he started waving it about, and all the singers stared at him. I reckon they were wondering what was happening, what was the matter with him. Then they started to sing, and they hadn't been going long afore they was all fighting like cats. I reckon he should have walloped one or two of them with that stick. First one side would sing King of Glory, then the other side said they were King of Glory, and then they all went at it hammer and tongs, but it fizzled me out, so I had no idea which side won. Then there was a bit of bother about some sheep that was lost. I don't know who they belonged to, or what. One of the singers must have been very fond of mutton, because they kept on singing, "Oh, we like sheep, oh, we like sheep." I couldn't help saying to the bloke next to me that the sheep's all right in moderation, but I like a bit of beef myself. And he looked daggers at me and said, "Shush," so I shushed. A lot of women stood up after that, and all of them looked as if they were, well, getting on a bit. Some of them must have been 64 if they was a day. They sang, "Unto us a child is born," and the chap sang back, "Wonderful," and I thought, wonderful, it's blooming miracle. After they sobered down a bit, sang a bit about a lass called Joyce Greatly. Rejoice Greatly. I've never heard of myself, but the chaps had, because they all looked mighty pleased about it. Then some bloke got up and said he were the King of Kings, and another one said he was, and then blow me, they all started up arguing about it. I was getting a bit fed up when everyone stood up to see what was the matter, and they all shouted, "Hallelujah, it's going to be rain, it's going to rain forever and ever." Well, at that I jumped up and made straight for the door. I'd had my money's worth, and besides, I was thinking if it were going to rain forever and ever, I'd best get home before the flood came. It was really good though, but you should have come. But oh, I do hope they find them sheep.
Brilliant.